This is for problem number 6 and 7. Okay? So in problem, well, number 7 actually. Number 7 says construct a truth table for the statement. 7 says T and S or not T and not S. As we know, this symbol here means and. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to construct a truth table with all possibilities for T and S. So we have a T, S. So if you have a true, you can have an S as a true. If you have a true for a T, you can have an S false. Or you can have a false for a true for T and then an S for true. And then you can either have two falses. So basically I just constructed a table of all the possible combinations of T and S, the possibilities. Now I'm going to look at the first portion of the problem. When you have the and statement, which looks like an upside down V, that means both T and S have to be true. Okay, so this is like the answer portion. Looking at the possibilities, let's see what T and S will be. Okay, so T true, S true. Remember, for T and S to be true, they have to be true. Both have to be true. Yes, so this would be a T. They're both true. Okay, so the second one is one's true and one's false. Remember, and means they both need to be true. So this combination, this answer would be a false. Here on the next option is a false and a true. This option is not both true. So this answer would be false in this table. And of course, two falses would end up with a false. That's the first portion of the problem. Okay, the second portion of the problem, we're going to combine it with not T and not S. So you notice here I've created a table of not T, so I reversed all these, and not S. So I reversed it from the original S to make each the opposite. Now we have a new table, not T and not S. Well, we're going to solve it here. This is going to be not T and not S. I just created the table here so we can look at and see what we need, okay? So remember, when you have an and, what needs to happen? They both need to be true for the T, not T and not S combination to be true. So the first one is false because they're both false. The second one, they're both not true, so that's a false. And the third one, they're both not true, so it's another false. They're both are not true statements. So the last one, you have both true statements, so you have a true here. Okay, so we've gotten finished with the first portion of the problem. We've gotten our T and S column, and we've gotten our not T and not S column. Now the next thing in the problem they want you to do, they want you to combine it. This V means and, okay? So we're going to take these two columns and we're going to combine them and. So that's going to be this column and this column, which is the union. Now I have drawn the new truth table where I have the values T and S here and the values not T and not S here. So we're going to take the union of these two tables. Union means that at least one of them needs to be true for it to be a true answer. Okay, so here the first column T and F, one is true, okay? So the answer for T union F is true. I really don't need that line there, so I would erase. So here we have T and S combined with not T and not S. For the union of them to be true, at least one of them is true. So one of them is a true statement. So this combination is a true. The next one is two falses. You have a false here for and a false for not T and not S. So this would be a false. I'm just about to run out of room, but I'm almost done. So what do we have for the next one? We have a false and a false. So the result would be false. Last but not least, we have a false and a true. So the result would be what? True, because one has to be true for the and statement to hold true. So the final answer says construct a truth table for the statement T and S or not T and not S. So this is the final answer. This is the final table.